Well, thank you for coming to tonight's concert. My name is Jack Young. I'm the orchestra teacher here at Hudson High School. And the group in front of you is our varsity orchestra. This is our 9th graders. And the piece you just heard was called Iditarod. And there are program notes linked in your electric programs tonight. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about the music. You are free to read up on everything that you would like. Our next piece is called Water Reflections, and we hope you enjoy it. All right, so before this group plays their final piece, we need to acknowledge the members of this orchestra. Both orchestras are very active outside of orchestra with various activities, music related, and so I know the band does this, I think the choir does, but we just like acknowledging all the participants who have done a lot of different activities this year. So if you were a member of more than one music ensemble at Hudson High School, stand up or raise your hand. If you performed as a member of WSMA Middle Level Honors Band, Choir, or Orchestra. Okay, sorry, couldn't remember. Have helped with tuning or other logistics at a middle school orchestra concert this year. Good job. If you played holiday music at the Hudson Chamber of Commerce Candlelight Stroll this year. If you helped with tuning and other logistics at either the January Elementary Orchestra Concert or our District Orchestra Concert. If you helped at the orchestra lock-in in April, that was helping with the middle schoolers and elementary. You told me to put that in, but nobody did it. Okay then. All righty. You auditioned for WSMA High School State Honors Band, Choir, or Orchestra. Good. And if you performed on an orchestra instrument, a solo, or as part of an ensemble at District Solo Ensemble Festival earlier this year. All right, let's give them all a round of applause. Being a member of a smaller ensemble is not easy, and as you can see, we only have 5 violins total in this group, and 6 violas, 4 cellos, and a single bass, and this group has worked incredibly hard, especially in the last few months. We've been able to spend time on musical details that we haven't been able to do in the past, which just commends them, or just calls attention to their musical aptitude and hard work. So we hope you enjoy our final piece tonight. Thank you. got to get the wind and percussion folks out here. They'll be joining us on our next piece. And I'll make sure we get Wade back here as well before we start acknowledging members of this orchestra. That first piece you heard is called, I just forgot, sorry. Yes, Alice Volat Propriis. And as you can see in your program, it is She Flies with Her Own Wings. And so it was originally written for a harp ensemble, and then the composer decided to put it together for an orchestra as well. And it was a lot of fun and to work on and learn. Okay, so we have a lot of acknowledgments this year. This is one of, if not the largest group of seniors we've ever graduated out of our orchestra program this year. We are graduating almost half of this orchestra in front of you, which is amazing. There are 18 of them, and but before we acknowledge them, we have activities. I'm going all out of order, I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have ADHD, trust me. Okay, so concert orchestra. If you were a member of more than one music ensemble at Hudson High School this year, stand up or raise your hand. Sure. If you participated in the UW Eau Claire Honors Orchestra this year. Excellent. If you were a member, and band folks, you can be included with this. If you were a member of the WSMA High School Honors Band, Choir, or Orchestra this year at State, stand up or raise your hands. Excellent. Good. If you participated this year in our annual concerto competition, or if you won the annual concerto competition, raise your hand. Good job. If you have helped with tuning and or other logistics at a middle school orchestra concert. Thank you. If you have regularly helped lead sectionals during class this year. Thank you. If you played holiday music at the Hudson Chamber of Commerce Candlelight Stroll. Great. If you auditioned for WSMA High School State Honors Band, Choir, or Orchestra this year for next year, stand up, be recognized. Excellent. If you helped with tuning or other logistics at either the January Elementary Orchestra concert or the May District concert, thank you. If you helped out at the orchestra lock-in this year, thank you for your help. And if you performed at our third grade orchestra sign-up night, excellent. And then finally, if you performed as a part of a solo or part of an ensemble at our district solo and ensemble festival. And then if you went on and performed as part of a solo ensemble at State this year. Excellent. And also if you were a member of chamber orchestra this year, stand up or be recognized. Thank you. Well done, everybody. Okay, like I was saying, we have 18 seniors who have dedicated countless hours of practice, of rehearsal, of volunteering their time in the community for various events, what have you. So let's recognize all of these folks. Please stand and be recognized when I read your name. Zach Adler-Nussbaum, Gray Anderson, Owen Ashwood, Wade Congdon, Allie Fetzer, sorry, gets me every year. Harper Kinder, Braden Klein, Keegan Cool, Owen Moss Henderson, Takara Peterson, Gabe Pilgrim, Vanessa Riendow, Leo Russell, Cece Scar, Amelia Sluter, Bennett Tank, Maya Vavrika, and Jacob Woolery. Let's give these folks a round of applause. All right. So we have 2 senior awards that we give away every year for orchestra. The first award is called the Director's Orchestra Award, and it goes to 2 people this year. Both of these people have gone over and above countless times, been members of chamber orchestra almost every year, have just whenever anything's needed, I know that I have known that they can be counted on, and it has not gone unnoticed. So will Wade Condon and Allie Fetzer please come forward? Might need them. All right. And our final award this year goes to someone who has just demonstrated outstanding leadership, also is an outstanding musician, will be going on to study music as a minor at UW-Eau Claire, and we just wish Leo Russell all the best going forward.
All right, so the senior class would like to give Mr. Young something, but first we'd like to say a thank you. So I'm Keegan, I play violin.
I'm Leo, I also play the violin.
I'm Owen, I play cello.
And as a senior class, we just wanted to thank you for all that you've done over the past 4 years, whether it was helping us play with perfect posture, no matter how uncomfortable it felt, or providing us with helpful tips and new ways of playing a piece, or even making sure we got all our lessons completed in the very last week before the semester's end, just to pass the class. You've seen all of us grow in more ways than one, and that is evident by the tight-fitting tuxes and seemingly shrinking orchestra t-shirts. We became better musicians because of your unwavering support to the music program. Even with a lot on your plate this year, you were able to make a difference in all of our lives through your actions. Each lesson and rehearsal we had with you, we learned something new. We became better leaders through sectional time, even if we spent most of it thinking of a question of the day. We appreciate everything you've done to get us to this point, and we will take what we have taught us as we continue to be musicians in the future.
More than that, last year, Mr. Young stepped up and chose to take the task of being the AP Music Theory teacher, redefining his teaching life and giving the students a platform to expand their knowledge on musical literacy and learning firsthand how unforgiving that course really was. But Mr. Young was surely up for the task, and for the students who stuck with it, learned just how rewarding it was. With everything that has been on everyone's plate this year, it was refreshing to have a teacher who clearly cared about what he was teaching, giving us the resources we needed to succeed and expand our musicianship. We are grateful to have a teacher who is dedicated, who puts in the work for the students, who we watch grow as he did the same, and who persists his love for music and music education, which could be felt through the whole orchestra.
As a thank you for all the hard work you put in to help us be better musicians and people, we wanted to give you a gift of our appreciation. So, you guys could just, thanks. I want you to keep in mind that this is not perfect, and it was created using websites, so. We have a personally composed piece in the score for you. Wow. Out of recognition of teaching us AP music theory and orchestra.
Wow. Thank you. Okay, here's your part.